Today in Algebra 1 in Chapter 3, Section 4, we are going to solve equations that have variables on both sides. Now remember, when we talk about sides, we're talking about sides of the equal sign. Okay, so your variables are x, y, z, whatever letter they put in there to represent a number. Okay, in this case, we have our left side of the equation and we have the right side. We need to get all of our variables, all of our x's, on one side of the equation or the other. I'm going to take the x's and put them on the left side. Okay, so here are these x's that are on the right. We need to put them on the left. So we're going to subtract 4x here, and we will subtract 4x here. Okay, that gets all of our variables to the left side of the equation. So when we put those together, we're going to bring down our 7. Then we will put our x's together here, and that will be minus 12x equals, our x's go out on the right side because they cancel each other out. 4x minus 4x is 0, equals negative 17. Okay, now that we have all of the variables on the left, we are going to move all the constants and put them on the right. Now remember, we want to keep the negative 12x by itself, so we need to remove the 7. So we're going to subtract 7 from the left side, so we're going to subtract 7 from the right side. Okay, now let's clean it up a little bit. Okay, 7 minus 7 is 0, and then we have negative 12x equals negative 24. Okay, now x is being multiplied by negative 12, so we need to divide by negative 12. Okay, negative 12 divided by negative 12, that goes away, and we're left with x equals negative divided by a negative turns to positive, and 24 divided by 12 is 2. So that is your solution. Okay, just get all your variables on one side of your equation and all of your constants on the other. Let's look at this second example. On the left side of the equation, we have 9x minus 5. And on the right side, we have 1/4 times the quantity of 16x plus 60. Okay, we need to clean up our right side a little bit. Okay, we can't do anything with our left side, so we're just going to rewrite it, 9x minus 5. Okay, now let's clean it up. Let's simplify what we can. We are going to distribute that 1/4 to everything in that set of parentheses. 1/4 of 16 is 4. Okay, plus 1/4 of 60 is 15. Okay, now this just becomes like we need to put our variables on one side and our constants on the other. Okay, here's our left side. Here's our right side. I'm going to take the 4x and put it on the other side. So we're going to subtract 4x. If we subtract 4x from the right, we need to subtract 4x from the left. Okay, so that leaves us 5x minus 5 equals, your 4x's are canceling out, 4x minus 4x is 0, and then our 15 comes down. Okay, now this just becomes a two-step equation. Okay, we need to isolate our term with our variable, which is 5x. Okay, we need to get that isolated, so we're going to add 5 to the left. So we add 5 to the right. So we have 5x equals 20. Now we're going to divide both sides by 5. We have x equals 4, and that is your solution. The last thing that we are going to look at today is when you solve an equation and you either have no solution or you have an infinite number of solutions. Let's look and see at about those two cases right here. In our first example, 3x equals 3 times the quantity of x plus 4. Okay, we're going to solve that. Okay, 3x equals, we will distribute the 3, and we will have 3x plus 12. Okay, as soon as you see that, your wheel should be turning going, 3x can't equal 3x plus another 12. But if it doesn't, okay, if you don't see that immediately, we can say, okay, we're going to move this 3x right here that's on the right. We're going to move it over here to the left. Okay, so we get 3x minus 3x, that is 0, equals 12. Well, in fact, 0 does not equal 12. That is not a true statement. Therefore, there is no solution. There is no number that you can put in for x to make this work. Okay, that is no solution. All right, and you can see it in this step right here. when it says 3x equals 3x plus 12, that's an impossibility. 3x equals 3x. 3x cannot equal 3x plus 12 more. Okay, then as you go on to solve and it makes this statement that 0 equals 12, no, 0 does not equal 12. That is no solution. Now let's look at this second example. On the left side, there's nothing that we can do just yet, so we're just going to bring everything down. 2x plus 10 equals, we will distribute the 2 on the right side so that we have 2x plus 10. Okay, obviously 2x plus 10 equals 2x plus 10. Let's go ahead. If you don't recognize it at that point, we'll keep going. Let's subtract 2x from the right side. So we subtract 2x from the left side. And right here, the 2x minus 2x is 0, so that's going to go away. Okay, then you have 10 equals, these two x's are canceling out with each other, 10. Does 10 equal 10? Yes, it does. That makes a true statement. Therefore, that means that there's an infinite number of numbers and that will work for this. Any number that you put in for x will make a true statement because 2x plus 10 equals 2x plus 10. That is the same thing. And they call that an identity. Okay, so when you get down to this point and a number does equal itself, it's true. You have an infinite number of solutions, and that is called an identity. Okay, whereas when you get right here to the first one that we looked at, if it doesn't make a true statement, then it is no solution. Okay, that's important. I would know that for a quiz. Okay, y'all have a happy day. We just solved equations with variables on both sides.